Hi, I'm Jason Colley, and I am a believer of Bigfoot. So, here we are at the an area that we go Bigfoot in, and we research it. I thought I would like to just get out and get a little bit of work in today for Bigfoot. And it happened in 2005 in this area. And the area was further up this way in 2005. And it was around 7 o'clock at night when me and my cousin, and it was about right now. I mean, it's not 7 o'clock right now, but it was getting dark. And we were shooting targets for an upcoming paintball game, and we had ghillie suits on. And we were ready to shoot the last target when this upright bipedal figure came down this hill that's up here, came down out in front, and then literally I seen it in 5 seconds and it was gone. And it was enormous. It was, this tree right here, it was like halfway up this tree right here. It was absolutely enormous. And this tree is, let me see, probably about 8 feet, probably to the top of this part of this tree right here. But this is not the exact location where this happened at, but it was up about right there. And like I said, this is the exact location, and the exact location's up this way. But it came down over this way, and it made a big circle, and then it came in through this stuff in through here, and then it circled us, and we were up this way, and I jumped up and I said, let's get out of here, we got to get out of here. And he goes, what do you see? And I'm like, I don't know. It was bipedal, it was huge, absolutely enormous. I've never seen something like that in my life again. It was like 2 of me. It was huge. And we went this way to a field. There was a big field way out this way. Why go this way and why not go home? Home was this way. This thing was circling us and going in back of us. And so we went further into the woods, and we went that way into this big field. And we got into this big field, and I said, if this thing comes out of that field, I'm going to shoot it. And it was a field just like this, and we were waiting for it to come out. And as soon as it did, and as soon as it would, I would start shooting. Well, it never came. So we decided to go from the field, which was way over there, and come down this trail, and literally right over this way was the Bigfoot activity. Literally coming down this trail right here, and then we headed out, and then we left. Now the story does not end there. The story is just beginning. And the reason why I say it's just beginning is because this area is a major hotbed for Bigfoot activity and also ghostly activity as well. And I'm talking about this whole area. And at one time there was houses back in here. There was houses back in there, and there's remnants of their houses over in here. I don't know if you could see them, but there was houses that burnt at one time. I can't really see, but there's some remnants there and stuff of houses that were actually built on this property, and they all burnt. And there was a colony of people that lived in here in the maybe 1800s, 1700s, and it's just, you know, I mean, that's probably the hotbed of paranormal, but Bigfoot, I mean, it's just, the area has marshes. It has, not Marsha Brady, but it has marshes and swamps and creeks and food, lots of food. There's deer everywhere, turkey, grouse, squirrels. There's absolutely everything. There's berries. I've seen wild strawberries in this field. I've seen wild strawberries during the summertime, and blueberries and wild blueberries, and there's just an extraordinary amount of food. And you can see in the distance there's this mountain, okay? It comes down into this flatbed, and the flatbed is probably about maybe 500 yards, and then there's another road over there, a main road, and houses over there, about 400, 500 yards this way. You can hear them driving up and down the road. And then there's this other hill here. So you got this mountain here, you got this mountain here, this, and then you have a power line that runs from both sides. So this is a hotbed. This is called a valley vein. If people don't know what a valley vein is, it's my characteristics of, you go on Google Maps and you look at it, and it looks like veins if you go to one of the images. And Google Maps, you know, you can make it look like where the creeks are, where the valleys are, where the hills are, how the hills and everything. And this is one of the valley veins. Bigfoot follows the valley veins. He follows the valley veins, and most of the valley veins, there's creeks, and this has a creek running straight up the middle of it, and then there's a marsh. And so, is Bigfoot here every day? Well, that's where it started. Is when I seen it. And then came the rocks getting thrown, and then came the trees getting pushed over, and then came the whoops, and then came the woos, and then came the tree knocks, and then came multiple activity happening. And we have tried several different ideas to figure out if it's somebody messing with us. Well, at the time periods that we do this, we don't tell anybody that we're up here. If somebody is monitoring us, let me tell you something. They're getting into some crazy stuff in crazy area. Look how thick these are. You know, whatever is up here can run through those thickets like nobody's business. And it can actually go and push over big trees, and then whoop screams. And these are whoop screams. These are something that humans can't do. A whoop scream it's mixed, and it's a real interesting sound that they make. And then they do these thumps, these whoop thumps, or like a, And they do it like they do this, like grouse do something like that too. They bubble up and, you know, like when they're mating or whatever, and then they thump their wings. Well, Bigfoots do it as a infrasound, like sound wave out, and you can hear this, and it literally goes against your chest. One time I was out here and Devin was with me, and I said, Devin, do you hear these big, like something going, like a bass? It sounded like a bass, big, somebody having music, but it's just like one big boom, and then it goes against you can feel it, like this. You can feel it against your chest. And I'm like, do you feel that? And he's like, absolutely, that's weird. And I'm like, exactly. We're being watched up on top of this hill. And what they do is, what I believe is, they come from this side of the hill, come across the valley, they get up on this side, and they hunt on this side of the hill. And they're looking for particular injured animals and stuff like that. They don't just jump on a deer. But they could see when they're up here on the top of this hill, and they're watching. They're always constantly watching. Listen to this. That is not an owl.
Did you hear that? Yeah. That was a whoop. A whoop. Oh. That sound like a whoop dog. Weird. That was the deadness. Devin's right. The owl did that, and then it started freaking raining.
Keep watching this, folks.
Soaked in, yeah. Nice fire starter.
There was eye shine that was across the way over there. That's the RC
vehicle.
Folks,
so if you ever come up to something like this, a little survival note, and it's dead, make sure the tree's dead. Yeah. And then just rip some of that off, some of that bark like that. I think that's birch. And you put it in a little pile like that, and you can start a nice little fire, utilize it somewhere else. Yeah, you never know. Cook up some pizza. Never know when. Never know when you need to start a little fire for survival.
Look at these eyes shine. Look at that. Look at those eyes shine. Keep watching. Watch this eye shine. Look at that. Look at that eye shine. Wow. Right there. Look at that eye shine. Right there. That's insane. That's insane. It's always exhilarating. It's always. think I seen something right up there. Every time I come up here, Area X, man, I always get activity. I mean, it is absolutely crazy. As I was coming down, I heard two tree knocks down here, though. And then my wife called. And I just don't want to leave. I just don't want to leave. Like, I live for this stuff, man. I live for the anticipation. I live for the gratification. That's walking. Or was it something thrown? Whoa! Thump! Hear it? Thump. You think something got thrown up? Either A, got thrown, or B, something fell from the tree. But it bounced. Did you hear it? It was like, shit. Came through the trees. Down here.
Yeah, down by where that creek
All right, so we're still here. We just turned off the lights. Do you think it's the RC vehicles possibly bringing them in? But I was hearing this like.
Well, you gotta think, he's probably never heard that before.
Right.
Plus,
Hear that? Was that like talking or something? It went. All right, so look at this is what I was talking about. Just coming out here, leaving from Devil's Mouth. This trail, I cleaned it up. Look at this. All of this is brought down in front of this whole trail. This is what I'm talking about. This is all brought down, and pulled down from this side. I mean, you can clearly see where it was at. These trees were up here. Now they're pulled down in front of this trail to block this trail off. That's what I'm talking about. That is really suspicious on up here. And this is how I think it's definitely Bigfoot, because they block the trails because I don't want nobody up here. And there could be many reasons why. But this is a little fast catch-22. We had a high line. I had a high line on this tree, and it was going across up here.
It was on the top of this tree right here. It's about 6 foot maybe. Right here's the line. And then the line went all the way across and attached to that tack right there. Well, it snapped. So something that high went through here. Something like really high went through. I'm going to be investigating it right now to see if it was just a fringe, meaning the line got rotted because it's been out here a while. Check this out. No, that was, oh my gosh, yeah. Something really whipped this. Oh yeah. Holy schnackers. Yeah, that took a lot of force. Something went through here, folks. 7 feet. 7 feet high. Something went through here and snapped this line. Snap that line right there. That's freaking awesome, dude. Because this was way up here on the top of this tree, right here. Right here. And then I had it going across the line. I had it going across and onto that tack. Okay. I'm Jason Colley, and I'm out here right now. I just checked the cameras, the trail cameras, and it's getting darker. I heard a whoop, real loud back this way. And then I heard a whistle coming from this way. I'm getting out of here right now. I just want everybody to know what the heck is going on. I'm moving on here. I'm in Area X at this time. I'm getting out of here as fast as possible. My hair is going back up to the back of my neck, and things are really interesting out here in Area X in Bradford, PA, McKean County. I was checking the trail cameras, and I'm getting out of here right now. I heard a whoop, a high whoop, a whoop, and then also a whistle. And now I'm trying to get the heck out of here as quick as possible. We got deer. I see deer. We got deer down here in this field. There's like 4 of them down here. They're away from where I heard that sound. And I'm trying to just get the heck out of here. Now my assumption was, oh yeah, tree knock. Back this way. Oh yeah. Did you hear that? All right, I'm getting out of here. This is freaking intense. The weather, it's approximately 35 degrees. It is snowing and raining both together, and the conditions are pretty cloudy at this time. And I mark at this time right now that there is definitely something going on here in Area X in the Bradford, Pennsylvania area. Let's see. Alright, folks. So, I'm coming up to check the cameras. And I freaking made a freaking whoop sound. Like, whoop! And all of a freaking sudden, up this way. About 2 minutes later, up this way. Up that way. Up on the hill. Freaking tree knock. Big tree knock. Right there. Right up that way is where the tree knock is. Okay, now before I continue live. I want to inform everybody that I don't know how good the connection is up here because it'll probably cut in and out. So quiet. Bird. That's crazy.
All right, folks, so how's everybody doing out there? Expedition number 67 for tomorrow has been postponed until Sunday. I'm doing some experimenting. I feel like Doc from what is it called? Back to the Future. Anyways, let's flip this around. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. Okay, so this is an FPV remote control chassis on the top for the top of that vehicle right there. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I'm hooking up FPV, which is remote control monitors. I got a camera here and another camera that I'm gonna throw on the top with a recording camera. So this is a recording camera, this is a light, and this is another camera. So this camera is going to be watching the back. This camera is going to be watching the front. So this camera slides right up here like this, locks in place, and these are connectors for the cameras that go to these batteries right here that I camouflage these little batteries right here. Now I have another battery right here that's all of this is velcroed, and this is Daryl 2, and these are the monitors. I got one monitor there, right, and another monitor there, and then that's the crawler. That's the vehicle. That thing is absolutely powerful and amazing. And then the other one's over there. So I got two. This one here is for the woods and going up over logs and whatnot. That one over there is for going down trails and whatnot. That was, I mean, both of these, if it wasn't for you guys donating money and also buying some of our stuff, our hats and our shirts, we wouldn't be getting all this stuff because I can't afford it, you know. Okay, so let's turn on this monitor here. All right, let's turn on that monitor, and then let's turn on this monitor. So we got two monitors going right now, and then we're gonna plug in the batteries. So I'm gonna plug in the batteries right now. Let me plug in the batteries to the cameras, and we'll see. We should get a readout immediately on these cameras. Okay, so we got, and what you got to do is you got to change the channel. If they're on the same channel, you change the channel, and that should help. All right, so we got this one on here, and let's see if we can get this one in the back here. Let's take the caps off the back here. Seems like, oh yeah, I was like, oh, that one's not working. I wonder why that's not working. Okay, so this one's back here looking at me, and for some reason it has a short in it. Oh, it's not all the way plugged in. Okay, so this one's watching me. This one here is in the front. I'm gonna see if I can get this going. Okay. Okay, so this one's the back. Hello. And this one's the front. So we got them right now. Right there, this one here is the front. Hello. And this one is the back. Hello. So, when we're driving down the road, one guy could watch this one, and one guy could watch this one as he drives. You know what I mean? And these are on tripods, little tripods. So yeah, this is pretty interesting, right? So this is the front. This is the back. Hello. And lights, man. We have lights like, I mean, real bright lights like this one here. This one turns on. This one turns on the front. And then we have, man, we got lights all over this thing. I mean, we just have lights like all over. And then, I mean, look at this. We have these lights in the front here that light up. I mean, these are bright lights, and they just, you know, you just twist them like this, and they just come on. And then we have this light here that comes on. And then we have this light here that comes on. Then we have this light that comes on. I mean, it's literally like a driving light bulb, if you want to know the truth. And, you know, for the back, it's like this. Hold on. Alright, let me push this. For the back, well, been having some problems with this one light. With this one light here. In the back, it's like that. I mean, it's bright. I mean, it's like right there. You know, it's just pretty neat, man. And this is for, boy, I'll tell you, I'm gonna have a lot of problems with that one right there. It just keeps coming undone right there. And then since this camera right here has a problem charging all the time, I got this that I'm gonna plug in, and this is right there, it's a extender, battery extender. The batteries in these little cameras right here, they last a good long time. I mean, they do. It heats up pretty. It gets a little warm though. The cameras get a little warm. But you know what? Out in the cold, you know, it really doesn't matter really. And I got little caps for them. But yeah, this is pretty neat. Pretty nifty stuff, huh?
Bye.